Shadowcoast here, and welcome to another episode. If you find these quest outlines helpful, please subscribe and throw me a thumbs up. Appreciate the support. In this episode, we're going to cover the side quest Attacks on Caravan, and we picked this up from the Governor of Hikmet. So when you go talk to the Governor, he will give you this quest. I recommend fast traveling to the outpost camp, which hopefully you picked up on your way in, and then we have to go talk to Captain Rainhild over at the outpost, and she's going to outline and talk more about these attacks on the various caravans trying to come into Hikmet. As always, we're going to speed through the dialogue for the quest to try to minimize the time. One thing to note here is I am wearing my Tyrian robe with poison resistance. I just like how it looks right now. I also have my Discoverer's hat, which gives me +1 intuition. On this character, we're maxing out lockpicking. So you see that we have one more talent point. So we're going to throw that in lockpicking eventually to do 3 out of 3 lockpicking.
Hello, Captain.
That might be useless because that might be a lot of lockpicking, and with gear we can get another +1. So I will let you know if you need +4. So Rainhild said that there is a merchant who survived the last attack, and she wants us to go talk to him to gain information. So we're going to ask him various questions. Basically, it looks like these are, motivated attacks, coordinated attacks. They're not kind of attacks of opportunity. So there's something bigger going on here. And then he basically doesn't give us too much specific information. They camp off the road. They don't light fires, trying to go under the radar, but they were still attacked. So we're going to go inspect the site that was attacked. So to do that, you run out here, and you don't hook a first left, hook a second left, and go sort of straight down this path. And then we're going to go up here, and then you can see over there in the distance, that is a caravan. So I can't speed through the different points, so we have to kind of listen to it.
The food has been destroyed. They clearly don't need it, which means that their camp should be close by. The crates are empty. Their entire contents have been destroyed. These goods were not meant to reach their destination. They must have died protecting their goods. How sad. These wounds appear to be caused by stone blades, the kind of weapons that islanders use. They acted quickly, methodically, and then left. But where are the bodies? Let's look around.
Alright, so we're actually going to go back here over to this direction. Before we do, we see a crate there. Now, don't make the mistake of running in there, because if you look up there in the trees, you see these bat-like creatures. So these guys are kind of a pain in the butt. So if you want to grab that, I would lay a few traps. So we're going to go in here and lay another trap. Now I think these guys do poison damage. So there we go. So we're going to run back, although all these guys kind of ran in. The key here is don't get hit, because they do poison damage. And the best way to go about this is focus them down one at a time. We're going to pick another guy, and then this guy we're going to actually shoot, get him on the ground, and then take him out. So you see, that's kind of the easiest thing, is when they're on the ground, they're much easier to take out. You can even put the big guy on the ground. He only stays there for a second. So I recommend kind of firing and then going in as quickly as possible, and then you can make short work of them. So these guys can be more difficult if you don't systematically shoot them and then stab them on the ground. They take more damage. And then here we do have a loot chest, and we have a balance potion and some coin, which in retrospect, for the time we spent, might not be worth it. Although the loot chest can be different for different people, so I still recommend you check it out, because you could get a nice piece of gear. So from there, we're gonna run around. We do have to fight several monsters. A lot of these guys actually have a fair amount of armor. So I recommend, I was gonna try to see if I can sneak up on him and hit him while he was asleep. You're gonna notice I just switched my weapon to the cavalry sword. And these guys are steamrolling me. We're gonna drink a potion. Now, each of them kind of pick a target. So if you're gonna stasis the one after they picked a target. Oof. And then just be careful because they do run around and switch targets. So I do have my ancient cavalry sword. Ooh, watch that back leg kick. You really want to hit him from the side. That's the best because that gives you time to dodge. So there actually quite a few of these guys on the way to... Oh, we just picked up obsidian from one of them, which is nice. Yeah, we want to go down this way. So there are a few of these armored beasts, so make sure you have something that penetrates armor. And then here we are going to get the second camp out of Hikmet. So the first one is over here, which is the outpost camp. The second one is camp in the woods. So make sure you finish that off and you grab that because you might have to travel back here again. Alright, so...
Why was this man's body arranged like that? There's something in his pocket.
You can see there that the quest continues. Search the dead body over there. These guys are... Some of them are asleep. If you can sneak up on the little ones that are asleep, depending on the amount of damage you output, you can stealth attack and kill them. Yep, not gonna work for us. So we're gonna set a magic trap and then shift back. We got all three of them. Now I am going to actually dodge back. Oh, you got me. So we're gonna throw the big guy in stasis. Alright, now that we've killed everybody else, we can take him out. Dodge. Alright. Great. So, if they're asleep, you could probably come in and sneak attack or stealth attack them and kill them faster. So this guy has a note. My dear, long story short, might attack us from one moment to the next.
But whoever attacked him decided to drag him here and feed him to the wild beasts.
The Domain Extragal do this as a sort of scare tactic. This is a message for other merchants.
So he was dragged there and his body was allowed to be eaten. Alright, so we see somebody up there. We see two people. We are going to see if we can kind of diplomatically talk to them. Let's see what happens. Nope. They have no interest in diplomacy. You just try to kick me there. Shoot them in the face. I'm gonna switch back to my there we go. Alchemist rapier. A little better with taking out humans. So unfortunately we had to kill them. They didn't really give us an option to negotiate or talk, which is unfortunate. And we're going to continue to run this way. We do have bats, more bats. I hate these things. Oh, so these guys are unarmored. So I'm switching back. So I'm using the Alchemist Rapier. I have, part of the reason is they, I do a little more damage. Did not mean to do
I
that.
must leave you.
We're trying to loot stuff. Gonna defuse our trap and pick it up for later use. So when I look at my gear, if you guys are interested, the Alchemist Rapier does less physical damage, but then we have 86 elemental damage, where we do more physical damage and more armor damage, but no elemental damage. And this one has a bigger, better stun. So between the two of these, honestly, they're pretty close from a damage point of view. The reason that I switched to the Alchemist Rapier if I'm not trying to take down armor is really to try to generate a little more fury and then do a little more elemental damage. I don't know, the Ancient Cavalry Saber might be better now that I've upgraded it, but I just also like how the Alchemist Rapier looks. So that's a little side, so you're going to run through this little thing here, and we're going to encounter more people. Unfortunately, also notice how they have poison weapons. So like, look at this guy's, he's got the native weapons are cool because they have poison damage on them. They have fire damage, elemental damage, a lot of cool stuff. If you take on an aspiring merchant quest and help that guy out, and he sets up shop in New Serene, you can actually purchase weapons, native weapons, and they look pretty awesome. So take a look at that.
Finally, here's the camp of the rebel natives.
The standing men call themselves Donaya Exregal. Please, let's try and talk to them. I do not want to fight with my brothers without trying to reason with them first.
So we will talk to them. We just want to try to loot all this stuff first. Don't remember if the cutscene kicks us out or not. After. So here we go.
Hello. Don't.
Oi,
My name.
the Congress.
It's possible.
That's right.
I've come to speak.
The lawyer.
That's the price.
I am not. They made. They cap.
I see.
They brought. If you're a man, the city of.
I share, but they deny your attack.
Listen.
So
I'm
Sierra
even ready for
talks.
you
You know, our.
What are you talking about?
Soon, the Donaya ex.
So we have to decide if we're going to attack them or leave them.
Can you guarantee that our merchants will?
I always keep to my word. Now.
I'm afraid you're hesitant.
So they're going to stop attacking the caravans, but they've now are preparing for a large-scale fight. So we did not attack them, and they actually ended up leaving, getting ready for the battle ahead. So now we have to kind of head back. To head back, what I recommend doing is, I think if you come up here, yeah, there are a few things. So there's a loot box. So for me, there's nothing that interesting, but for you, it might be a little different. And then you can jump down.
They are so full of hatred for the Alliance.
The Donaya Exregal fought, as my mother did, to free our people from the lions. And now they are ready for a great battle.
So one important thing
Like my clan.
I have to
That-
admit that the story of this attack is concerning. We should talk to Captain Rainhild about it. We can also inform him that the convoys will now be running smoothly.
So we're gonna go to Captain Rainhill. I just did some fast traveling for speed's sake. Now, one thing that they were talking about is that the Bridge Alliance have been capturing or taking natives. So the Bridge Alliance is also to blame here. They've been provoking the natives, taking land and people. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind.
Hello, Captain.
So we're gonna tell them
I
about the
managed
attack.
to trace the rebels.
You eliminate.
No, that's an army that is.
We have been at war with the rebels for a long time.
They did not speak of skirmish. They want to free their.
This is terrible news. I'll send a message to thank you for warning us, Your Excellency. I know it's not much, but I hope you'll accept.
Thank you, Captain.
So we gain 1400 experience. And so we'll level up to 10. Now, I have spending points, so I'm going to grab roll, which I'm excited about, and then I'm going to get anointed weapons, and then we'll see where we go. I'll probably work my way over to bomb. Attributes. I have been putting items into accuracy. We're also going to work on agility, so we're kind of building both of these out so we can use better swords and guns as we go. We also have a talent point. I'm going to max out lockpicking again. If the highest lockpick item that we find is 3, then this was a stupid move. I'm wondering if it goes to 4 because you can put on gear that gives you +1 lockpicking at any given time. So you can see here that's, we get +1 lockpicking. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please throw me a thumbs up if you find this helpful. The main branching portion of this quest is if you want to attack and try to kill the natives. I decided to leave it, so there might be a big upcoming battle that we will have to witness. Thanks for watching, and catch us in the next episode. Shadowcoast out.